I'm Zarko. I work with the Health, Nutrition, Population Global Practice. It's a department at the World Bank as a consultant. And my role is to help build communities of practice for the entire department. The World Bank is a global organization that applies to every department, specifically in our case within H&P. We have staff all over the globe, and frequently there's a disconnect between people who are sitting in a country office, let's say Senegal or something like this, and people sitting in headquarters or people sitting in a different region. And so communities of practice are vital to connect people across regions and from the regions to people sitting more centrally, to create more cross-regional learning opportunities, but also to foster collaboration, exchange expertise. Having a platform like Open Social could really change dramatically the effectiveness of the communities of practice, because right now everything is driven around or by events, by a Zoom 1 hour, 2 hour, Zoom call that happens once a month, once every couple of months. Having a platform, having a space for asynchronous discussion, for asynchronous exchange, where people at their fingertips can essentially share information, access resources, etc., could make the communities of practice much more effective and much more vibrant, and connect people in a way that's not possible just by events. That's one piece. And then the other piece is incentivizes, especially the teams who are building those communities of practice, to create proper knowledge repositories that would serve members, and having an intuitive way to organize these resources, whether it's reports, case studies, country cases, what have you, is very important. In a way, every department, every global practice is different, but of course, fundamentally, every global practice has people all over the globe. So the principles are the same. Promoting greater collaboration and cross-learning within World Bank staff is very important, because we're talking about thousands and thousands of people. But then the potential increases manifold when you start adding people from outside of the World Bank, because the World Bank, has client countries. There's NGOs, there civil society, there are all sorts of different stakeholders. And more important, who can contribute their expertise from outside of the institution. So any global practice, any department is fundamentally is going to leverage that global knowledge, not just the knowledge within the institution, but bringing in stakeholders from anywhere and everywhere. The fact that we can customize, and there's a lot of flexibility of what we can do, and Open Social is very responsive to tweaking things or customizing things according to our needs, especially as they emerge, as different needs emerge. I think the fact that it's truly a relationship and it's truly a partnership, the fact that it feels like we're doing this together is very important. So that sort of kind of commitment to the client is very important. The organization as a whole works with so much kind of confidential and strictly confidential information. A lot of it including just very sensitive, for example, country data, government data that staff within the World Bank may have access to in order to be able to do the analytical work or advisory, lending other services. And so where the data is, how it's stored, how it's accessed, how it's shared, is exceptionally important. And that's why reports and basic all documents have very specific classification systems. Being able to rely on a platform that takes this seriously and that is able to meet the requirements is essential. At the end of the day, what does a community of practice require? Have a place where you connect with others, so seeing other members and who they are, what they're like, being able to connect with them. Then you have a place where you can post resources, but then also easily see and filter and search resources that others post, and a place to have discussions, have conversations. So Open Social easily provides, these three kind of essential community building features. This is user-friendly, people coming, people can interact, people can access whatever they need, and that builds a sense of community, which is ultimately the purpose, or what would make it work. The fact that you can have a fully internal community of 50 people, and then an external, meaning one with people from outside of the World Bank that may be 5,000 people, and having them both in the same platform, that is a great benefit.